In a story that the mainstream media would never touch, alternative news websites are touting words of miracles in the skies over Israel. It started in a newspaper called the Jewish Telegraph. The headline read, "Their God changes the path of our rockets in midair," said a terrorist. Now, that's not a headline you see every day. The article said, one of the terrorists from Gaza was reported to say, when asked why they couldn't aim their rockets more effectively, "We do aim them, but their God changes their path in midair." Now, that's an amazing thing to see in print, but in a court of law, it would be called hearsay evidence. Still, it raises a fascinating question. Why haven't there been more casualties in Israel during the current conflict with Hamas? Most would say the credit should go to the Iron Dome, a miracle of modern science that strikes down 90% of missiles it targets. But national security specialist David Axe doesn't believe the 90% number. For Reuters, he wrote, "Israel's vaunted Iron Dome defense system is more like an iron sieve. It fails to destroy all but a few of the rockets that Hamas and other Palestinian militant groups fire at Israeli communities." Even if Iron Dome's success rate really is 90%, that leaves a failure rate of 10%. Admittedly, the Hamas missile men are not the best. Their failed rockets have hit Al-Shifa Hospital, Al-Shati refugee camp, and other places inside of Gaza. Of course, compliant reporters at the hospital scene immediately blamed Israel for both events. Once the truth came out that the missiles did not come from Israel, but Hamas, very few corrected their original error, of course. All of this might lead you to believe that the 10% that got through just happened to miss populated areas. But the fact is, Iron Dome only targets missiles with a trajectory and velocity that will take them into populated or strategic areas of Israel. So if Iron Dome actually missed 10% of the missiles that are headed directly for populated areas, why haven't there been more casualties in Israel? Well, whether he's changing the path of Hamas rockets in midair or something else, I believe the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob really is at work. There's an Iron Dome battery commander who believes it, too. This commander told an Israeli news site, "We fired the first interceptor. It missed. Second, it missed. This is very rare. I was in shock. At this point, we had just 4 seconds until the missile lands. We had already notified emergency services to converge on the target location and had warned of a mass casualty incident. Suddenly, Iron Dome, which calculates wind speeds among other things, shows a major wind coming from the east, a strong wind that sends the missile into the sea. We were all stunned. I stood up and shouted, 'There's a God.' I witnessed this miracle with my own eyes. It was not told or reported to me. I saw the hand of God send that missile into the sea." The Bible never says that reborn Israel would have an easy time. In fact, it warns of extremely rough roads ahead. A missile might at some point in the future strike Israel in a vulnerable area. But in this round of fighting so far, against all odds, none have.